All right, well, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
And this is, of course, Conversations with the Crawleys, where we have conversations about faith, family relationships, and we even do recaps, reviews, and commentary on some of our favorite shows. This one is all about the latest episode of Love and Marriage DC. So if this is your first time, listen, we'd appreciate the like, we'd appreciate the subscription, and turning on notifications.
And share.
And then, of course, we see you all in the comments, and to the KT squad, welcome back, y'all. All right. So, we are basically where they're going. They're getting ready to go to their trip, the couples retreat.
Right, the detox weekend.
Yes, with Winter. All right, so Monique reiterates that Winter is coming, and Irana's like, all right, cool. Pass me that bottle because I'm going to need it.
Right, give me the whole bottle. Y'all have a bottle, and I'll have a bottle.
Right. Y'all split that one. I need this for me.
Right.
And then Quick talks about the meeting that they had with Kevin. The guys all met with Kevin. And Quick is like, yeah, but he came with receipts. He came with all the paperwork. He came with books. Jamie is sitting there. He's like, I'm over it. And
why are we still talking about this?
And that's the thing I think we were looking at. Was like, why are they still talking about this woman who is not there? She's not married.
Well, she is married.
She's technically, yes, married.
But she's getting a divorce.
Right. But why is like all the conversations about her?
I guess they don't have no life. Like they don't have nothing to talk about themselves. So they all focus on one person. I'm like, all you guys are successful or doing things. Why are we not talking about Monique and
on the radio station?
On the radio, how's that going? Right. Why are we not talking about, the
property that Jamie and Irana are working on as far as flipping, right? There's lots of other stuff they could have talked about.
They're all adult couples who are friends. Those are things that we talk about, but I guess that's not exciting.
Right.
That's not the drama. So
basically they're heading out. Jamie and Quick are like, they are team Kevin. They're like, we believe him. He showed a lot of paperwork. Monique was like,
fast enough.
Monique was like, well, I've seen the other paperwork, so I believe the paperwork. And then there's something about the book that was not written by Winter, but we'll get to that a little later.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So they arrive at the house, and Monique presents gift bags.
Right. So we got our sex toys for the weekend because we have a sex therapist coming.
Yep.
I was like, what is her name? Does she have a name?
Right.
She's just the sex therapist.
She's Winter's friend, who's the sex therapist.
Right.
That's what we know her as so far.
Right. Right. So, but Monique has this, these themes behind every item that's in the bag and different stuff. Trying to make it fun over the course of all the drama that was going on for the last couple of weeks. So everybody's into their bag and stuff. You got a little G-string edibles I seen.
Yeah. So. Bring out the ball gag.
Right. Right.
And then they bring out. She talks about the fun size. For
you got this Snickers, the fun size Snickers,
and then the red light special for Jamie. So.
Right. Jamie's like, oh, I'm supposed to laugh. This is supposed to be funny.
Right.
Okay.
And they're, and Quick's like, haha, I get it, haha, funny, whatever. He's not really letting it affect him, but it's just like it's kind of played, right?
Right.
So then Winter arrives with the sex therapist, who we find out her name is
Jennifer.
Yeah.
And so they come in, introducing themselves. They're having drinks. Everybody looking at each other side-eye.
Well, yeah, Irana and Ashley are just sitting there like...
Go ahead, top my drink off. I need a fresh drink. Top it off. We're about to get into this.
Right, just give me the bottle again.
Right.
And then Ashley and Quick, they keep, just again, I think to poke fun.
Right, they just stabbing.
They are bringing up fun size. They're like, oh, we got a fun size here. We got a fun size bottle. We got a fun size this, so...
Right. So then the sex therapist is like talking to each couple and saying, hey, where do you feel like you can improve on your marriage? Right. Where do you think that you can work on different things? So, and everyone kind of goes down the line.
Yeah. So Quick and Ashley are like, look, Quick's like, look, I'm doing my job. I'm doing well.
But I'm still tired because she ain't satisfied.
And after round 5, she still want more.
Right.
And part of it, the sex therapist brings out is it because of the age that she's at? She, because late 30s, early 40s, there is kind of a change there, right?
But Ashley ain't having none of that.
Ashley's like, look, I'm not that old. In my 40s. First of all, I just want what I want. Tasha and her husband, I forgot her husband's name. He's like I'm sorry, but he's kind of inconsequential.
Right.
He's he just shows up here and there.
Right.
But Tasha and her husband are talking about how he refuses or doesn't want to have a vasectomy.
Right. So she's paranoid. I'm for it. Look, you don't want to have no more kids. Can we just cut the vow? I need the peace because it's hard to have sex with you if potentially you're going to get me pregnant.
Right. So, I mean.
So they're using a condom. And my understanding, condom is not always the best way to go. Men do not like wearing a condom. So I don't understand. Maybe he needs to get more information about vasectomy.
Yeah, I mean, they are, I think they are reversible now. So.
Yeah, I mean, but.
It's also.
I don't think a lot of men understand. So the first thing is, oh, you're cutting me. So, but then I think as long as you get educated about it, you're fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Literally, it doesn't take that long.
It's, get it done, basically. If that's, because.
If that's what's holding up everything else.
Because if you're committed to the person you're with.
Right.
You don't want to have any more kids.
Right.
Just.
Right. And it's
set that appointment. Just
it's
make it happen.
It's a simpler procedure for a man to do it than a woman to have to go through all that. So.
All right. So then Jamie and Lorena are talking, and they're like, look, after 15, however many years they've been together.
30 years.
Is it 30 years? Okay.
Yeah. Remember, they're the oldest couple. They wanted all the advice originally
so
from them.
They're like, look, well, Lorena's like, I need a little more.
Right.
I don't want the lazy sex.
Right. She's like, I want some intimacy. Mm-hmm. I want to know that you care. And it's just not about you just rolling over.
Right.
And us having sex. But I want to know that, you're going to turn on the gas stove. Let it heat up.
Right.
Let it click, 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 click until the flame comes on. It ticks, tick, 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 tick,
wow.
tick, tick, and then it go poof.
He like, look, I'm just like he's trying to be like an electric stove. Just turn it on and let it get where it needs to be and be done. Let's go. So, and then Monique and Chris, they talk about the love language, right?
Right.
And wanting it to be more mutual than selfish. In other words, whoever has theirs first
wins.
Yep.
Whoever gets there first wins.
And then Chris brings up a great conversation about the influence of pornography, and how it impacted his views of sex.
Right. Because when he was introduced to it, it was at a very, very early age.
Yep.
And so from there, that kind of scoped how he saw women and sex in general, and so now trying to determine how to be intimate with his wife.
Without objectifying and without, so yeah.
Right.
And then Winter, who, yes, she's there as at the couple's detox. She interjects.
Well, she just want to say is that she's really encouraged about people being honest in front of their friends about where they are in their sex life.
Right.
And she makes her public apology, which is to what is interpreted that it was very vague, but she's making an apology, and saying, wow, I really appreciate you guys being open during this time.
But if we can be honest, when she first interjected, I was like, why are you interjecting? What do you have to say? So yes, so she is,
Oh, they said the same thing. They were like, did you get it on in Mexico with some strange man? And she was like, no. Then they were like, then why are you what are you going to offer?
What do you have to offer to us? So, and then Arena does go and apologize to Winter.
Right. She understands. She's like, look, you're going through a lot, and I'm taking this out on you. Maybe not in the way I should have.
Right.
I did need to check you, but I didn't have to come off the way I had to come. The way she came off. So.
And then they talk about Kevin coming.
Right.
Winter's husband.
Right. Soon to be ex-husband.
And Winter's like, if I had known that, I'd have brought my divorce papers for him to sign.
Right. Because we've been trying to get him to sign these papers for a while.
Right. Because we find out that they have not seen each other. I'm assuming based upon the weather.
Right.
It's probably like January, February, somewhere in there.
Right.
And said they haven't seen each other since July.
Correct.
So actually, she said 8 months. So we're talking more like March.
Yeah.
So So yeah, she wants the paper signed. She's like, look, just sign.
Like, I'm done.
Sign your name across these papers.
Oh my God, we have a whole gospel song.
Yes.
A whole gospel song.
Winter, yeah. With the winter.
Old Negro spirituals was that's how that came across.
So Ashley then basically is like, look, your apology, it was generic. It was basic. It was it to me, was it for anything that's specific? Because we had worked this out. You had apologized.
Right.
And I got off the table saying, was there anything else?
Was there anything else you need to apologize?
Nope. Cool. I don't still rock with you, but okay, fine. We're done. And then
later I hear you talking about my husband and calling him out of his name.
Right. And that part of that, yes, was again Monique telling stories out of context and out of order.
Well, and late, right?
Yeah.
So if we squashed it, you there in the middle of it, why are you bringing something else up after we squashed it?
And again, my issue was she brings up something that she says she had an issue with, but she didn't check Winter on when she had the issue.
Exactly.
That's just me. Okay. All right. So, and then Ashley's like, Winter continues to play the victim.
Right.
She loves playing the victim. And so they're kind of sitting around the table. Winter also says that Ashley brings up misinformation about her husband. And Ashley's like, I ain't bring up nothing about your husband that you told me,
right,
that you didn't tell me. She's like, I don't know anything about your husband.
Right.
I only know what you told me.
Right.
And so, Winter saying that she was attacked first by Ashley. Ashley was just like, I don't understand how you get here. How you have all these things about your husband. You never saw him as far as his place. He lives with his parents. All of these things would have been red flags, but you missed them. So she's like, I don't get how you could do that. If that's attacking, that's not really attacking.
Right.
And then Winter again insinuates about a rumor about Quick again. So she's like, well, I know what I've heard. And then she starts sipping her champagne or her wine, whatever.
Right. And she's like, so what you heard? Tell it. Say it. Right. Make it plain. Put it in words. Do it in sign language. But at least get it out.
Send up a smoke signal. Tattoo it.
Whatever.
On the other side of your head.
You haven't heard anything, chick. Pretty much, she's like, you haven't heard anything.
Even Arena was like, don't do that. Say what you got to say.
Right.
If you've heard something,
say it.
Right. So, and then Kevin shows up.
Dun, dun, dun.
And he got his briefcase.
The same briefcase. I don't think he take the paper out. He just go whoever can hear his story. Listen. He pull out his love story.
Yes, wearing it wasn't a members only jacket. It was like a Levi's jacket or something. It was a
hoodie.
Yeah, it was a Gerbo jacket or something. Y'all remember Gerbo jeans? Y'all remember? Y'all knew? Yeah. All right. So Chris, and the way Chris introduces him is like Kevin is hiding around the corner. He's like, "Hey y'all, I want to introduce Kevin," and Kevin comes around the corner. So,
and I hate Chris like, so I'm not really trying to set him up. People just need to hear his side. They just need to hear Kevin's side of it. And everything. I ain't trying to call. Y'all need to stop.
Well, I will say this. I think that Kevin did need to make an appearance. Mm-hmm. This may not have been the best place, but Kevin needed, because this is what, episode 9. Mm-hmm. So for the first essentially 7 episodes, all we've heard is from Winter.
Gotcha.
So whether you believe Kevin or not, he at least, in my opinion, needs to have the ability to speak his truth, as convoluted as it might be. Right. He needs the opportunity to do that.
Right.
I do take issue though, kind of with Chris was like, I didn't know if she was going to show up, and then I didn't know if he was going to show up. Winter at least got the text and heads up, to say, yo, Kevin might be here.
Right.
Bro, it didn't look like Kevin got that.
I don't know if Chris was texting him or not. I'm like, whatever. And it didn't matter. I don't think Kevin cared because he did wanted to see her. So he was like, shoot.
I'm just saying.
This is where I want to be.
I would give my boys the heads up if something's about to go down, or something's about to, if something needs to, someone else is showing up that they have an issue with or what have you, I'm giving my boys a head up. So as they're talking, we get a little more of the story. Kevin again left in July. Winter says that she didn't ask him to leave.
Right.
But he left. She says that he left because he wouldn't answer questions.
So let's be honest. Okay. So if we take that little bit what she says, they're living together and she's berating him about answering all these questions. And so instead of him answering or being truthful about what he supposedly knows, he doesn't.
Right.
But she goes on and on and on and on.
Right.
So that means I'm going to leave, right? Because I don't want to answer the questions, or I get tired of you asking me the same questions over and over, and I'm answering you, but you're not believing my answers.
Right.
So somebody got to leave. And if it's your house, because supposedly he didn't have a home,
Right.
I guess he would have to leave, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
So the book comes up and he brings out this book and she's like, I can't believe you brought up this ebook that neither of us wrote.
Right.
And he's like, but it was transcribed from conversations that we had. And let me just let y'all know, a lot of books are written that way. A lot of books are written just because the person had an interview or they had, they were speaking it or what have you, and it's transcribed from that. The days of actually sitting at a typewriter and typing out or at a computer and actually typing out is not the way every book works. Right. So for her to say that she didn't write that book, in my opinion, is a little disingenuous.
Right.
Because it's her words that came out of her mouth that were just put into book format.
And then she tries to make the argument, well, that's when we were in bliss. This is not after, right?
Yeah.
You scammed me. So, but then say that. Say like, hey, I agree. When we were together and I thought we were going to be married forever, we sat down and wrote a book. And
together forever and ever to part.
We love kiss each other. Next day, I might hate you. But the thing is, the day that happened, we were good. And now I don't want to be beside you.
Now I want to bust the windows out your car.
Right. So what are you trying to say? Well.
So, and here's so Kevin is at least trying to communicate.
Right.
Winter keeps cutting him off, over talking him. Right. So that whether you believe Kevin or not, whether you believe Winter or not,
I have no clue.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I'm just saying,
know two people are not communicating
at all. And Winter over talks him, so it's like he doesn't even have a chance to present what he believes is his side of the story.
Who knows?
So, and then Arena and Quick are like, you know what, y'all, we out.
Right. I was enjoying my seafood bowl.
In my detox.
But not.
No. And Quick is now, based upon that conversation, he's like, I kind of see Winter's side of it. I see where he's like, we still ain't gonna be friends with her.
Right.
But I kind of see where she's at.
Right.
And then it was just like they started the mass exodus out of that room because then Jamie, Arena, and Tasha and
I would have took my food with me, though.
Her husband, who hasn't had a vasectomy, they show up upstairs.
I'm gonna take the food. Like y'all not gonna eat this. I'm gonna take this crab legs with me. We're gonna take these upstairs and eat it upstairs.
And then Ashley makes a statement about how that jean jacket was not gonna win back Winter.
I'm telling you, Ashley be jamming.
Again, I like Ashley. Ashley, you know how Ashley feels. Period.
Ashley don't be hiding nothing.
There is no.
She's like, I'm gonna give it to you.
Straight,
raw, uncensored,
to the point.
Look,
because at the end of a conversation with Ashley, you gonna know where you stand. Period. So downstairs, Chris and Monique are trying to at least facilitate the conversation.
Well, they gotta be their referee because Ashley, Winter is like, I don't want to be left here
by herself
with him, which makes sense.
Yes,
since you asked him to come, And then after a while, we see Monique's like, well, no, because Ashley leaves, right? Finally.
Well, Ashley had
No.
already left, but Ashley starts to come back.
Right.
And then what's her name? Winter starts singing her Negro spiritual song.
Right. Talking about she need her papers signed. Please sign my papers. Sign my papers.
Listen.
And then that's when Ashley and
I just
Winter
think
left.
the Five Blind Boys of Alabama might want to see if she copyright infringed on any of their melodies.
Listen. And then Monique finally goes upstairs to check on Winter and stuff. It's like, hey, girl, you fine? Whatever. I couldn't take any more. Whatever. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, so. But again, when Ashley and Winter are talking, you know, after they decide to go up, after they sing their song, she was like, okay, I hear you. I see. I'm not saying we're going to be friends.
She's like, basically, because she was like, if we had met under different circumstances,
right?
If our initial conversations went differently,
right?
She's like, I could probably rock with you,
right?
But there's too much. We can at least be cordial now, right? But we still ain't gonna be friends.
We still ain't gonna be friends. She's like, I don't care how much drama you going through.
She's like, I'm done. You know, and you know, Winter again is like, I was being sarcastic towards your husband. She's like, yeah, but you were still coming for him. Right. And since that's her husband, she like, you coming for him?
You coming for me.
You coming for me. She ride or die. Right. You ride or die?
Hey, I guess I'm riding.
Hey, let's ride. All right, so that's it. I guess next week is the last episode of the season.
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
And then I think we'll probably get a reunion special out of this, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Definitely make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the like, request notifications, and share. We've got, and go check out our Married at First Sight. That season is starting, so definitely make sure you stick around for that. And then Ready to Love is back in a couple of weeks. So you want to make sure you're here for that because we got some stuff coming for that as well. All right, that's it. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great one.
Bye.
Be blessed.